welcome back to Through the Cubbyhole with me, Lauren, and today's guest who's Sandra from the Ashton Home. Hello, Sandra.
Hello.
Hello. So let's just get into it. Who are you and what do you share on your social media?
Yeah, so I'm Sandra. I have got a home interior account and we started it about 6 years ago when we bought our house. It was a new build and I was just so excited to share the progress of the house being built. So I used to be called the Grey Pickering because our interior used to be grey and
Yeah.
now it's called the Ashton Home.
Yes. Do you know what? I completely forgot that your account was a different name until you just said
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I actually changed it twice. I used to be the Grey Pickering because it was really grey, and then I changed it to the Pickering Home, and then we got married, and then it just made sense to call it the Ashton Home. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I completely forgot about that. And was it your plan to like grow as big as you have, or was it literally just like a hobby just to look back at?
Like I said, I think I just wanted to share the progress of the house being built. Like me and Bradley would come to the site every day after work and just have a look at the progress. And yeah, I was just taking pictures all the time, and I just wanted to share it. So I just thought if I create an account
Yeah.
and just shared bits on there, and that was it really. There was never really a goal apart from just to like share the progress of it.
Yeah. And when did you notice like a change, like a shift in like going from just sharing your house and sort of it's for you to look back at to like actually creating content?
I think it was probably around COVID because I was at home all the time and that's all I did. I was just on Instagram all the time and just
Yeah.
taking pictures. And I think that's where I grew the most as well. So I think I grew to about 100K, I think it was in
Yeah.
COVID. So yeah, I think that's when it really changed for me.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. You've got a lot of followers, like a lot of followers. It's mental. And are you a full-time content creator?
No, I'm not. So I still have a full time job. So Instagram has actually changed my career path for me. So I actually studied to be a psychologist and I worked in nurseries and I was a support worker. And yeah, I think in COVID, because of my content and I just really like found my passion. Like I just absolutely loved creating content. And yeah, now
Yeah.
I'm a marketing manager. So I work for a local company and I basically run like their social media account. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So it's definitely changed a lot for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Would you ever want to be like full-time, just content creation for like for your account or
I think eventually, I do still like having a job and kind of having that separate, like I do my work and then I do my content.
yeah,
Well, yeah, never say never.
yeah. And how do you juggle like working, running your account, doing everything? Do you have like a bit of a routine? Do you just sort of like do it as and when?
So I do mainly work from home. So sometimes that kind of helps, like on my lunchtime, I can get a bit of editing done or because I don't have to like commute to work or such. So it means that I'm at home more. And yeah, I do take days off where I have like content days because I do
Yeah,
find it like if I just have like a full day of content, knowing that it's like the day is for content, I can get so much done.
yeah.
So yeah, I do take probably like 2 or 3 days a month where I do my content and mostly weekends. Like all of my weekends, I probably just spend just doing content.
Yeah. And do you have a plan? Like, do you know what you're going to be filming or do you just sort of,
I do try and I do need to get better with it, but sometimes I'll just randomly think of an idea, like I'll just go off track. Like this weekend, I did some content and I had a list, and then I just end up going off track because I kind of just think of the idea on the go and I'm like, oh, I'm
yeah.
going to do this.
No, I love that. And then what is your interior style? How would you explain your interior style?
I would say it's very minimal and neutral, and I think the main thing for me is just kind of that cozy feel. Like I just love the house just to feel really cozy and yeah, just really warm, which obviously is very different to how it used to be because it was
Yeah.
very, very grey. And yeah, I didn't like anything warm or anything neutral. So yeah, it's definitely changed a lot.
Yeah. And what is it about neutrals that you love so much? Because I feel like you're either a neutral lover or you're not. I'm a
Yeah.
neutral lover, but what is it that you love about it?
I think it's just that cozy feel. Like I just love kind of it makes you feel quite calm. Like I do feel like I'm quite a calm person anyway, and it just makes you just feel like stress free and just yeah, just absolutely love it. I love that. It's the cozy feel for me. Just love feeling cozy.
Yeah, no, that's the most important thing. And has like interiors always been a passion of yours, or did it start like once you moved out and got your own house?
Yeah, I think it was once we moved out, I actually found a book that I made before we got the house, and I did like a little scrapbook, and it's like crazy the things that I was like putting in there. Like I was putting like yellow wallpaper with like navy blues, and yeah, it was definitely something that I've kind of just, as we got the house, and I've kind of just got into it, and I just absolutely love it now.
No, and your house is beautiful. It is
Oh, thank
lovely, and
you.
it looks really like calming as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably the main goal for me. I just like things to be quite calm. I don't really like clutter. And that's not to say my house looks like this like all the time, because it definitely doesn't. But yeah, I do like to keep it quite neutral and just kind of minimal and clutter free.
Yeah, clean. I like that sort of
Yeah.
clean look. Yeah. So I think this is quite a hard question, but if you could only choose three interior shops or websites to shop for the rest of your life, all the other ones disappear. These are the only three that are left. What ones would you choose?
So one of the main shops that I do go to all the time, and I feel like they've got like the best sort of affordable pieces and like seasonal, is like B&M. And I think for me, like I do like online shopping, but I love going in the store.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably B&M was probably one of them. Maybe Home Sense,
Yeah.
because I love the fact that you can find like things that are a bit unique and not like something that everyone would have. And then probably the last one's H&M Home,
Yeah.
because I feel like it just fits in with the house perfectly. So yeah, probably them three.
Them three. They're good. And you'd never run out of anything, would you? You've got your
No,
like seasonal, you've got everything there. And then is this your forever home?
no, definitely not. So we actually planned to be in the house for 5 years, and now it's been 6.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's because we don't actually know where we want to be, like location wise. And I would love something bigger, but I think the main thing is the location. So it's just something that we can't really decide on at the minute. So yeah, it's definitely not a forever home.
Yeah. I always say that to everybody when they're looking for a house, like location is it's
Yeah.
got to be priority, like 100%.
Yeah, because I suppose where we live, it's like in the middle of nowhere. Like we don't really have anything around us, so I'd love to move somewhere like closer to like Manchester
Yeah.
or. But yeah, it's we need to definitely have a think about that.
Yeah, no, 100%. But what is it from your next home that you would be looking for? Like, what would be your non negotiables for moving home?
I think it's just because it's a new build as well. I feel like we don't really have a lot of space, like especially with storage.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a garage, but again, that would probably be not for the car, it'd be for the storage.
Yeah.
And probably the kitchen. I'd love to have a big kitchen with an island and like big windows. And yeah, that's the dream.
That's the dream. Well, you never know.
Never
You never
know.
know. You'll find it. You'll find it. And if you could swap house with anyone on Instagram, who would you swap with and why?
So there's quite a few that I like, but one that pops to my mind is Jodie from Smith's Home. Like we said about the kitchen, her kitchen, like open plan kitchen, living room, is just a dream, and it's like the big windows and the light coming
Yeah.
in. Yeah, that's the dream. So yeah, definitely her.
Love that. So what was their account again? I'm gonna have a look. I don't know if I
I
follow
don't.
her.
I think it's Smith's Home or Smith
Smith's
Home
Home.
Jodie. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna have a little look. I'm gonna have a look. I always think it's like I look at so many houses on Instagram, and I think I could literally have like 10 different houses for just my 10 different moods, like
yeah,
depending on the day.
yeah, definitely.
And then this one, people hate to answer this question, but I quite like it. What are your biggest interior icks or things you just wouldn't have in your house?
I mean, probably the main one is just anything colourful. Like it's just not something that I would have in my home. I know some people make it look really nice, but it's
Yeah,
just not something that's for me, I suppose. Probably one thing that I used to have is like crushed velvet. I used to have
yeah,
like crushed velvet furniture. Yeah, it's definitely not something I would
have now.
ever have in the house again.
No, but it was like a big craze, wasn't it? Everyone had that crushed velvet. It
Yeah,
was
I
like
absolutely loved
really
it. It was like the it thing, wasn't it, to have? But yeah, definitely not.
not anymore. No,
No.
I was the same. I remember like looking for our first house and just thinking like I just can't wait. I could just see it. It was just crushed velvet everywhere. That's what I wanted, like
Yeah.
in every room. But yeah, so different now. And then this is more like this section is more about you, like you behind your account, basically. So tell us something interesting about you. So something you don't normally share. Could be a habit, an interest, a hidden talent.
I don't really have any talents really. I can't sing and I can't dance. I don't know if I actually shared this. So I can speak 2 languages.
Oh, amazing.
So I was actually born in Lithuania.
Okay.
So I moved here when I was 12 or 11. So yeah, I've been here for like 15 years. So yeah, that's probably something that I've never shared on my account. So I'm pretty good at picking up like new languages. I think because I've learned a new language.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I tend to be quite good with picking up like new languages when I'm abroad and stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. So did you not speak English at all when you moved
No,
here? Wow.
no. So literally, I went straight into. So I was in year seven, and I think the only words that I really knew were like hello and bye.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to carry like a little book with me, and if I didn't know a word, I'd write it down. I'd go home and then like learn how to pronounce it,
Yeah.
learn what it meant, and yeah, within probably a year or two, I was quite fluent in it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's amazing. And you've got such a strong accent. You would never
yeah.
know. I love that. That's really interesting. Um, and then if you could feature on any TV program, what one would you choose and why?
I love dancing on ice.
Yeah.
I love ice skating, so I'd love to do it, like learn how to do it professionally, like not professionally, but like to do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say dancing on ice. I mean, I'd love to say like Love Island, only for like the holiday,
Yeah.
but just yeah, probably dancing on ice.
That's a good one. I don't think anyone said that one
Yeah,
before. It's a good one.
yeah. I
I'd be
mean,
too
I'd
scared.
love to go on I'm a Celeb as well. I feel like something like that. It's yeah, I feel like that would be quite interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I think I'd be like, like Gemma Collins when she got there and she just got straight back on the helicopter and left.
Yeah.
That'd be me. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like that would be I think it'd be quite interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. Do you think you could like do all the challenges and like eat bugs and all that?
Well, when we went to Thailand, I did actually I had a scorpion, so it was and it's not as bad as you think.
Okay.
So I feel like I'd probably be all right.
Rather you than me, but
Yeah.
you crack on with that one. No, I think they're really good ones. And Dancing on Ice, that is a really good one.
I think I prefer dancing on ice.
So, celebrity dinner party. You can invite three celebrities round for dinner. Who are you inviting and why?
First one would probably be so I am a huge fan of Friends. I
Yeah.
literally watch Friends every day. And so I think it'd be Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely love to meet her and just to kind of, yeah, just to talk to her about Friends, really.
Yeah.
And then probably someone for singing. So someone probably like Billie Eilish. I love her voice. And then someone like quite down to earth, probably like Stacey Solomon, because
Yeah.
she's quite funny as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would probably be the three.
Yeah, no, they're good ones. And it's all girly dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Girl
Yeah.
dinner.
What is your dream collaboration? Like, what is at the top of your like list of either it could be a brand, it could be a person. What would you love to do? Who'd you love to work with?
It probably wouldn't actually be home related. So I absolutely love like traveling. I love
Yeah.
traveling. So, and I've never been on a cruise. So I've always said I'd love to go on a cruise and go with Virgin. So
Yeah.
yeah, probably like Virgin Cruises at the top, probably.
Amazing. Well, you never know because I always see people going on them Virgin cruises.
Yeah, I think it's just they're not like your stereotypical cruises. Like when you think of a
Yeah.
cruise, they just look quite fun and quite modern. And
Yeah, they do
yeah,
look
I
like
feel like
a lot of
that's
fun actually.
yeah, that's probably at the top.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I always forget about like travel and like holidays and stuff. That's actually a really
Yeah,
good one. Get a bit of
yeah, I'd love it. I'd love
sunshine.
to just pack up and just travel the world, really. But
Yeah. Well, again, you never know. One
you
day.
never know.
And then, have you learned anything about yourself since starting your account? Like, have you noticed any changes in yourself?
I'd probably say the biggest thing is like confidence. I mean, when I first started the account, I was a faceless account, so I never showed my face. I was never in the videos. And yeah, I think I've just learned to kind of be confident in myself and just kind of go out my comfort zone. Like even doing this, like
Yeah,
it's so out my comfort zone. And like 5 years ago, I would never have done it. Like 5 years, I wouldn't even go like on my story and show my face.
yeah,
And yeah, I think that's probably the main thing.
yeah, 100%. I'd agree with you. And when did that sort of happen for you? When did you start to show your face?
I don't even know. I feel like I can't remember the time I did it. I think I kind of showed my face like on my stories a few
Yeah,
times. Yeah, and then I think it's just with the content, like when I did my videos and stuff, I kind of just started just recording myself like doing things, whether it's like styling or
yeah,
like cleaning and stuff. And yeah, like now it doesn't really bother me anymore. So yeah, I'd say that's the main thing, just the
100%. And do you
confidence.
find that in doing that, like your account's changed as well? Do you feel like you've done better since you've sort of shown yourself in your content?
I'd say definitely. I think it kind of helps connect with the person. Like a lot of the
Yeah,
accounts I follow as well, I find it easier connecting to people that show their faces because you recognize their face.
yeah,
And like even if you was to go to like an event or anything, you recognize the ones that show their faces because obviously you see them on your page.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I think it definitely helps.
100%. And then the last question is, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking of starting their own account?
I would just say, just go for it. Like, don't be scared. And I think it's like when I first started, I think it's very easy to kind of be scared of being judged or kind of, I'm still a perfectionist. And when I do my content, like, it takes me ages to edit and to film because I do see like the little detail and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
But I think also it's just don't be scared to like experiment with like different types of content and just do what you love really, like, and don't focus too much on the numbers. I feel like
Yeah.
it's very easy to kind of see the views and to focus too much on them. And yeah, I think it's just focus on the content that you actually like to create.
Yeah.
I'd say
No,
that's the main thing.
100%. Good advice. Good advice. And then for people that are listening, how do they find you on social media? What platforms are you on?
So I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and it's the Ashton Home.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for listening. And I will see you next week on Through the Cubbyhole.